Let's get started with TypeScript Handbook. About this handbook. Okay, over 20 years after its introduction to the programming community, JavaScript is now one of the most widespread cross platform languages ever created. Okay, yeah, we know that. How this handbook is structured. Let's see. The handbook. The TypeScript Handbook is intended to be a comprehensive document that explains TypeScript to everyday programmers. Okay, sounds good. A reader who completes the walkthrough should be able to read, explain, correctly predict type system behavior, reference files are here. Okay, sounds good. It as well says that not a long time but few hours would be good enough to get started. So it's in the non-goals. You can see that can be comfortably read in a few hours. Skip few hours. Okay, some suggestions that handbook also isn't intended to be a replacement for language specification. Edge cases and formal would be covered later. So yeah, getting started. If we come from other programming languages, there are options for JavaScript. This one for new programmers, it's completely different path. Okay, we'll start with the basics. I think a bit of JavaScript does not hurt. We always know something or other. The basics. It has a lot to give. We'll walk through, just create something in our note and pass along. Let's see what it says. The first one. Each and every value in JavaScript has a set of behaviors you can observe from running different operations. That sounds abstract, but as quick example, let's see. So message to lowercase and then calling the function. Okay, if we break this down, the first runnable line of code accesses a property called to lowercase and then calls it. Let's type them out into a message.ts file. So ts being extension of TypeScript, and it has not been written anywhere that you should type them out. I'll type them anyways. There is no name for the file and all that I'm looking for. So let's see what we can do here. Let's create a file and get started. This is very annoying. So whenever I do this, I type message and there is nothing. It selects automatically from the top down or the suggestion that I have, and that's painful. So message dot to lowercase, and then let's call the message here so that we know what the example or the case is trying to make us understand. Again the same problem. Let's type it out. Don't forget the semicolon at the end. That's something it inherits from JavaScript, or that's something also being used in JavaScript. It's how you want to frame it. Now it says have message hello world, so it's not a hello world program, but it assumes that the message is there before we convert it into lowercase, and then calls the function to explain us what we are missing here. Does it have a property equal to lowercase on it? If it does, if it's even callable. So ideally, if I run it, I know how to run it, so it's TSC, but we'll go through further. Let's assume it's TSC and just run the file. Oh, okay. So it says the string has no call signature, but here it should be type error message it not function. Well, that's when we hover around the message it says the same, but not when we run it. So let's see what next we have here. So this is how a function is, like function, some name, fn, then the value passed, and then x.flip. So this is how we structure a function, but the message is not a function. So there is this wiggly line, the red line just below the function. Yes, if I move it, there is new error. So I was just trying to play around. What happens if I declare a message after the function is done? Does it read the whole file and then try to invoke message dot to lowercase? But it seems that no, it cannot. So it looks for message, it does not have message, it throws an error saying it's not declared, and then same other one saying the string literals or message is not a function. So yeah, let's have a look closely into error together. Let's see. Okay, it's declared here. Yeah, those are the earlier errors. Let's get back to normal. Well, I can guess. It tries me. It wants me to guess. So it says that I knew a very basic how to just run TypeScript. So I did run, but it doesn't want you to run on a console or terminal. So it's fine. Let's move on. Let's see what's ahead. Let's give it back first from where it belongs. Next one. Static type checking. Let's type this one out as well, just to see a few more errors, or in case we can use it somewhere. I don't know what it wants me to do. It's not very clear. Well, it says, for example, okay, return x.flip. Let's run it. Yeah, there are errors. It's fine, I guess, until we are into hardcore trying to implement something. Well, that if this is what it needs to do, I don't know. But it says some more things down there. Oh, I see. Hello. Static type checking. So this is what it does. So yeah, there is this error. This string has no call signatures that I got earlier. Now let's see some non-exception failures. I'll just comment this out. Let's declare a dictionary. Looks like that. I'm not sure if it's called the same in TypeScript, but ideally, yeah, it looks to me as a dictionary. Now user.location. Okay, first let's type it out. Age 26. User location. Okay. Location. It's not there, so it's not showing me. Static types has to make the call over what code? Yeah. So yeah, the property location does not exist in type. It has name and age. So it is not supposed to run anyway. Let's also see some more typos that can happen, which I think basically they are trying to make us understand that this you never get when you use TypeScript. So I try to copy paste. Okay, let's type if we make the same typos. Since I have TypeScript installed, I expect no, because I do have a plugin as well. Let's give it a try. Const announcement, hello world. Then announcement to announcement to local and lowercase. So announcement local lowercase, and the other one is announcement that lower. So yeah, it selects the good one. I cannot even do a mistake. So if yeah, I can do basically, but it's right on your face. You cannot do it right when it's solved on your face. Announcement dot to local lowercase. I will skip that. I understood what's the difference. So the E between local and lowercase is missing. Yeah, it can be spotted. It's right on the face. And now function flip coin. Yeah, they talk a lot of crypto these days, so this sounds a very good name for something to flip. Flip coin. Let's side to math.random less than 0.5. So function flip coin, return random less than 0.5. 0.5. So this is not possible. Okay, I don't understand much, but let's go further. Let's create one more. Not one more, just create one value. Random again. Less than 0.5 question mark A colon B. So yeah, I'm just trying to be naive, but please go ahead and try learning more about this notation. They are called differently, not like a question mark or a colon. So they are operators, and then they have specific functions. We will cover that later, I guess. I expect the book has it, but just so that you know, it's common in other programming languages. So if you are jumping right away here, it can be a bit confusing. Well, let's assume it's first time for me, so it's confusing as well here. So speaking and typing is not the best thing I can do, but let's uh, let's do live coding or pair programming, pair learning, all those names, all those corporates sit. Okay. The fun thing is that pair programming is like programming two-person together, but it always ends up one person trying to program and other just looking at it. Well, that's funny. That happens more often I've seen. That's fair. This comparison appears to be unintentional because the types A and B have no overlap. Fair. Um, but I would never know that because I don't know what's the operators are doing there. Types for tooling. Huh. It sounds similar. Like import Express from Express looks like Express servers. Somewhat like that. But if you don't know Express, hit the search on it. You'll see it's a very nice library for web enthusiast or JavaScript who wants to do something on web. So web hosting, to be precise. Let's type it out. I'm trying to complete type it. Function request req res, then we see say response should be send. No, okay. So when a request comes, response send. Oh, I don't see send here. No, I don't see because I think I'm not sure. Should I see send here? It's not the same. Or maybe they didn't provide this as an example. This just to show that it would show you the things that I see when I put a dot after any function, right? Maybe if I install Express I would see it. So far I don't see. Oh, now the thing starts, right? npm install globally TypeScript and then hello world, how to execute them. We'll get started. We'll complete the sections and move here. Seems now the fun begins, right? Not a big example on how you use tsc command line, but fair introduction, I guess. I have it installed, but let's hit it. Well, you see there's suggestions happening right in the CLI. So I use something called auto suggestions. So whenever it finds something that I have already typed, just auto suggest and auto fill it so that I don't have to type. I can just use an arrow and run it. So you see I have it installed. So let's create console.log. Oh wait, yeah, let's type it out. No, let's wait. Let's create new hello.ts file. It says here to create hello.ts. Let's start fresh. Let's log hello world. Yay, I generated a JavaScript. Hello world, it looks the same. Exactly the same. Or maybe it's same in TypeScript and JavaScript. It should ideally compile to JavaScript, which most of the browser understands and then executes. TypeScript, I think, cannot be directly run, but let's read more. TypeScript to transform, yes. Since TypeScript cannot run directly on the servers, needs to be compiled to JavaScript and then the browser understands it. It's mostly for browser. Let's see if it can be transcompiled to other languages in future. Let's stick to JavaScript and TypeScript for now. Let's do some indentation. Hello world. Let's greet someone. Let's say her name is Brendan. Yes, it did run, and oops. Now let's. Oh, I did type in the JS file instead of TS file, so it overwrite what I typed just right now. I'm gonna type all the thing again. Wait, just watch me again. Now I write in TypeScript and then it gets compiled to JavaScript. Earlier I compiled, it will override. Just my things got overwritten. That sucks. Yep. Let's greet again now. Brandon, hello. Nope, it says error, the wiggly line. Okay. It's a person, not used. Oh, it's any type. It's not used, I fixed it. Now it's type. Type is not defined here, so yeah, that's why we are using TypeScript to define the type. Let's run it, see if we get the same error. Expected 2 arguments. It got 1. Guess what it is? It's date. Well, there is another way to test without even compiling to JavaScript. That's cool. TSC no emit on error. Hello.ts. Sounds promising. Let's give it a try. Just to know that if I do it and see it correctly, let's name it Brandon Guy in TypeScript, and we'll compile it again. Yep, it's not there. Explicit types. So we'll see toDate string method and date. Yeah, we'll see what it says, that string. So and date of type date to string. Yeah, it's define person as string, date as type date. Yep, looks perfect. Okay, let's not do string to date string. Let's try without that. I think we need to call date to have dates in the function. Let's put date, D in caps. So it's some sort of intrinsic function or inbuilt function that get kicked in. So we call date with caps and okay, that's new. Now it seems it's the expected behavior, like argument of type string is not assignable to parameter of type date. Well, to fix this, we must do something. So if we make it a new variable, we make a variable which is string, I guess, which is by default string. When you create a new variable and you call in date, so date get converted into string and then to date string. I think to date string is not required then, but the book says it. Let's go by book. Yep, there is some error, but I don't know what's that. It runs well, compiles well. Now what it says is keep in mind we don't, so this let message equals to hello there. I think I'm gonna give a try. I'm gonna type it out and see what happens. It says it's gonna pop up saying let message of type string. So even if I don't declare it, by default it's string. Let's see if I can see that. Yep, that's true. I can see let message string. Oh, let msg string. Now let's have a look. What does this say? Erase types. So it basically says use string. I think now it looks different. Console log hello.concat. Now it looks something different. I can imagine. Let's see what happened. Oh, it's Madison date. I think it's JavaScript. Is it? No, it's not the same. So okay. Oh, indeed, it's JavaScript. It's written there to output JavaScript. And we don't need use strict, but I cannot even see use strict on the JavaScript file, so I don't know what's that file trying to say me. Let's move into basic again. I just went a page back somehow. try to find where we left. Think more. Yeah, I think it's erased types. Yes. Yeah, I couldn't find use strict, so let's forget about that. I think it's not even there in the message.js that we created and compiled earlier. What's this? Downleveling. So it says the template got rewritten from hello person today's date to hello.concat, then today's and the date and the exclamation mark, so all got concatenated, so it got down labeled. What happened? So yep, the strings are featured from version of ECMA script called ECMA script 2015. Okay, so by default TypeScript targets ES5. That seems to be a precursor. Yes, ECMA script 5, and now it's 2015. So yeah, if it's older version, then it will try to concat. It does not understand the parameterized strings, right? It does not understand the modern one. So it's a target that explains everything. So if we change 15 is supported, so running TSC target, this hello.ts gives the following output. Let's give it a try, I guess. I've already typed tsc hello.ts, so bring it back, change the target to ES2015, hit enter. Let's see the JavaScript. Oh, it has now the same structure, just you can differentiate just by saying the function, right? We pass person as a string and date as a date, but now it's not there. So it's still JavaScript compiled, but almost closer to TypeScript. Strictness. So TypeScript has several type checking strictness flags that can be turned on or off, and all of examples will be written with all of them enabled unless otherwise stated. So okay, it's enabled by default. Strict flag in the CLI or strict true in a tsconfig.json, whatever it is, toggles them all on simultaneously, but we can opt out them individually, and it seems they are so two biggest ones. Those are the biggest ones. No implicit any and strict null checks. No implicit any. Recall that in some places TypeScript does not try to infer types for us and instead falls back to the most lenient type, any. Oh, so if you turn this on, it's gonna check that there is no any type declared. So every type should be declared, it cannot be any. So you need to say it's string, it's a date, it's a number. Strict null checks. Values the null and undefined are assignable to any other type. This can make writing some code easier. Oh, okay. So yeah, if we expect a null value and the null value is not handled properly, it can go missed. It can break the system, right? So, yep. If we enable that, then there is no null ever. Sounds cool. Next is everyday data types. We'll catch up next time.